Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like the Dapper Dawn, giving them microphone, dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh yeah, out there listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Why don't you join in? Yeah. Steve Harvey, get 'em on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, join in with me. If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You're listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only, Steve Harvey. Got a radio show. Well, all right, I learned something, and it's sharing time, and I am ever appreciated. I do appreciate God for all that he allows me to learn in my life. Well, one of the best lessons I've learned is that hardship teaches you some great lessons. Challenges brings about some of my best results. I think what I'm trying to say is, in every challenge and hardship, every setback, I've learned something so valuable. So here's what I've known this, but I've just learned it at a different angle. Appreciation and gratitude is the key to having more. Now, I don't know how that sounds to you, but I can't tell you how true it is. God being fair and just as he really is. He really is. He's a fair and a just God. What's most beneficial to us is he happens to be full of mercy and grace. And I'm telling you something, man. I've probably benefited from his grace and mercy more than anything else. I mean, really, man, if it wasn't for him just forgiving me, and then for him just touching my life the way he has, I mean, I'm not here in this position today. I'm just not. But a funny thing has happened along the way, even to you, if you look at it, is that your genuine appreciation and gratitude has been the key to you having more, for your continued blessings, and for making room for heaven to open up and pour out blessings that you don't have room enough to receive. If you look at it, see, God being a fair and just God, which he is, why would he put more on you than you can bear? If you've noticed everything that's happened in your life, if you're still here, you've made it. You know, forget how rough it was, got that, but you made it. Forget what it sent you through and how it made you feel. you made it. Now, what makes people give up, and you hear about people committing suicide, is they leave the God out of their life. And they start allowing that other voice to control. And if it's really true that God never puts more on you than you can bear, as long as you stay connected to God, you can get through anything. But you lose that connection, you lose that communication, you lose that relationship with him. If you're not having a relationship with God, then who you having a relationship with? Now, it ain't but two forces at work at all time. It's good and evil. It's positive and negative. It's God, it's Satan. Now, this is at work all the time. So if you're not being positive about everything, you leave room for negativity to step in. If you're not trying to be righteous in your way, then you allow evil to step in. If you don't work on your relationship with God, come on now, look who you letting step in. So now, I'm asking you to understand that God never puts more on you than you can bear. Okay, now that we got that clear, that's a fact. Okay, now with that fact in mind, let's go over this right here. Why would God, being as just and merciful as he is, put more on you than you can bear? Example, if God is giving you blessings and all you're doing is complaining about them, you're never showing any appreciation or gratitude about it, why would he give you some more stuff to be ungrateful for? Why would he give you some more stuff to complain about? Why would he give you some more stuff that you would not show any more appreciation for? I mean, this thing is real simple, man, ain't it? If you think about it. So a lot of times, man, when I was going through my positions of not having and wondering and all like here, I ended up checking myself and going, man, I'm not even showing any gratitude or appreciation for the things he has done for me. Start showing some appreciation and gratitude, because it's the key to having more. It's the key to continued blessings. It's the key to the windows of heaven opening up and pouring out a blessing that you won't have room enough to receive. It's the appreciation and gratitude of what you already have. As minimal as it may appear to be right now for you, it is still what you have. But if you've shown no gratitude for the minimal, why would he give you the maximum? I mean, I'm just really just trying to put it real simple so I can keep understanding this thing right here. So let me give you an example in my life. I had gotten so busy at one point that I had began to complain about how busy I was. Now, this is true because I am busy, but it ain't the busy part because I asked to be busy. You know, I asked God to give me opportunities and to make a way for me. Well, in that, you got to do something and you got to get busy. But I began to complain about the busyness and how busy I was. And I noticed that a couple of things slowed up for me. So I had got to the point where I wasn't showing real gratitude for it. Well, I looked up and a couple of things started slowing down. And then I had to catch myself. And I went, wow, man, you have got to start embracing the fact that you are this busy. Embrace the fact that what all comes along with it, because to whom much is given, much is required. You got to start embracing the requirement part if you want to continue with the giving part. So I changed my attitude. I caught myself and I started thanking him and showing real gratitude for how busy I was instead of complaining about how busy I was. And then guess what? It opened up the windows of heaven and some more blessings got poured out. It just works that way all the time for everybody, for me, for you, for everybody. So listen, y'all, again, your appreciation and gratitude is the key to having more. Your appreciation and gratitude is the key to continued blessings. And your appreciation and gratitude is the only way that you can get those windows of heaven to open up and pour out these blessings that you won't have room enough to receive. You got to act like you're glad for what you got in order to get more. You feel me? Let's go.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, it brings me great pleasure to introduce the 4 people that I'm riding with today. I will do one thing after they introduce it. I will bring my favorite man on the show after that. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies first, of course, Carla Farrell.
Good morning, Steve. What's up, guys? Happy Friday.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the order of stardom on this show, based on seniority, that doggone Kill Junior Spates.
Morning, Unc. Morning, everybody. Morning, crew. Glad to be in the building.
I had to go by on this show because in terms of seniority, I go back further with him damn near than I do my career. Ladies and gentlemen, bitter man himself,
What
J.
is going
Anthony
on,
Brown.
Steve Harvey, what's happening? Watch out there, 9 in the morning, baby.
Last but most certainly not least, a young man that has shamed me over the years,
What kind of intro is this?
but has become the king of damn pranks and has given me proudness once again. Ladies and gentlemen, nephew Tommy.
That's my uncle, y'all. Top of the morning. Friday,
Please,
baby.
Good
please
morning,
welcome
yeah.
to the
Good
show
morning,
for
man.
2 days in a row, the Earl of Ottingham.
Oh, Lord.
My man.
Hi.
What's up, Earl?
Well,
Earl, what's
hello
up with you,
there,
man?
Sir Tommy.
Hello, sir.
How are you today?
Very
Duke
good,
Jr.,
Earl.
How you doing, Earl? My man. What's happening, brother?
Squire J.
Oh, Squire J. I didn't hear what you
Squire.
said. I'm sorry.
You can't tell because he's
I didn't,
old.
You know that thick English accent.
I
I didn't
know,
understand. so I'm
I
sorry.
have it all the
How you
time.
doing,
and
sir?
Of
How you
course,
doing?
wonderful,
How you
wonderful.
doing? How you
And
doing?
Lady
How you doing?
Carla, how are you today, darling?
Well, good morning, Earl. How are you?
Wonderful. Anything you need a comment on today?
Yes, actually, I wanted to get your opinion on, did you see the mayor of New York? You've been in New York, right, Earl? You've been to
Of course
New York?
I have now.
Oh, okay,
That's
so-
the first stop from London.
Okay, so in the Big Apple, they
Turn
painted.
the damn music off.
It's getting on your nerves.
It's your music, Earl.
Your nerves,
They
man.
play it all day at the palace. That's all I have. Wanted to come to America right after hearing the damn horn section. They don't have a black horn player in the whole group. Sounds like taps after a while. Go ahead, Lady Carla. What is the question?
Well, Earl, they painted Black Lives Matter in front of Trump Tower yesterday on Fifth
Ain't
Avenue.
isn't he about to vomit?
Yeah, you about to vomit.
He's
Black
sick.
Lives Matter right in front of your white building. rather quite trifling, isn't it? I bet he'll stop looking out of the window.
That's true, Earl. Thank you, Earl. Coming up at 32 after the hour, ask the CLO and nephew Tommy Mass pickup lines inside of something funny right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Before we get to ask the CLO, nephew Tommy is here to give us our own advice on some pickup lines. With
Yeah.
the mask on. What you got,
Let me
Tommy?
tell you what this is. So, everybody wearing their masks now, right? They wearing their masks.
Right.
So, a lot of men, you gotta have your game on when you roll up on a sexy lady. You got to be able to roll up, especially when she got a mask on. So these are Tommy's mask pickup lines. You know what I'm saying? So when you roll up on, you just say,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
like that
When you roll up on it, so all you brothers out there, players, y'all listen to your boy. Here it is. Girl, you got some pretty eyes. Please tell me you got all your teeth, girl. Tell me you got all your teeth.
Yeah.
Come
She got
on
this
now.
mask on. Okay.
Okay.
She got the mask on, Junior, so you got to make her feel good. Roll up and say, damn, girl, how you get all that ass in that mask? How you doing?
Really?
How you doing?
Nephew.
How you get all that?
These is Tommy's mask pickup lines, baby. If beauty was a mask, you would be crushed velvet. You hear me?
Oh,
Huh? Come on now. Come on now.
You laying it on.
Give it to me. That's player. Girl, if your face look as half as good as your left eye, I think I'm in love, girl. I think I'm in love. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's player. This is the new way, huh? Hey, everybody got on masks. You got to know how to roll up on somebody.
You gotta come hard, huh?
Damn, you fine. And in my mind, you ain't just a regular mask girl. You a N95. Come on here, boy. That's a line right there.
Wow.
That's a line right there. Hear me?
I like that one,
Boy
nephew.
said
Top
you
of the
an
line.
N95.
N95.
You
That's top of the
breathing
line
deep.
right there. That's top of the line.
And then, you know, sometimes you roll up on them, you know, they be in the produce section, you know, they got these masks. What's a girl like you doing with a mask like this? Huh? What you doing with a mask like this? Come on over here. Come on over here, girl. Let me talk to you. You look real good in your mask. Over there looking like one of those exotic chicks from a foreign country where women aren't allowed to learn how to read. Come let me read to you, baby. Come let me read to you.
Stop, nephew. Come on, Steve. Now that was stupid.
That
was really stupid.
It happens. It happens.
Oh, God.
Huh? How about this one, How about this? I'm trying to be your Batman. Because with the sexy black mask you got on, you look like a Catwoman. Come on, man. Come on, Batman and Catwoman together. Feel me on this, y'all. You got to be able to say something with these masks. You got to have a line you drop.
You gotta step to them, huh? Right.
Yeah. Is that a white mask with a gold trim? Girl, it really brings out your eyes. You hear me? That's what it do to you, baby.
These pick
Got
up
him
lines
kicking.
for women.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Girl, your body is so tight that as long as you ain't got no boogers under that mask, we good.
Oh, my gosh. What?
Girl, as long your body is so tight, as long as you ain't got no boogers under that mask, me and you is good. That's it.
Oh, my God. And she probably check her mask too, like that.
Let's go. Come on, Carlos. Get your ass to CLO.
Make everybody check.
Right. That's what I'm
You need
saying.
some mask lines. I'm just giving you mask lines.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank y'all. I appreciate that.
Oh, you had to get that off your chest. You
I had to get that up off of me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Guarantee nobody wrote none of them down.
I like how you get all that ass and all that mask. I like that.
Which one did you like, Steve? What did you say? You were
what?
mumbling. You
I
didn't
can't
like
say
any
this
of
to
them.
nobody. Walk up to nobody talking about, I hope your left eye look good as your right eye. I sure like the way you
Well,
squint.
say this, son. How you get all that ass in that mask? Come on, man. Say it.
But where I'm trying to make the connection. Is her lips that damn big?
It's a lot of ass in that mask.
Stupid. He's so stupid. Are you quite finished, nephew?
I'm done. It belongs to Aunt.
All right. You've done your public service for the day. All right. here we go.
I'm done.
Let's move on. Time to ask the CLO. You ready, Steve?
Go ahead, Carl.
This one is from Terrell in Detroit. He says, I'm a 29-year-old single male with a great job. I have a thing for my coworker. We flirt and text back and forth and send each other selfies. The other day, she wore a skirt that showed off her behind, and I sent her a text and let her know that she had me all excited at my desk. She replied, show me. Like a fool, I grabbed myself, slacks, and I took a picture. She replied that I was disgusting and to never text her again. I didn't pull my pants down and send her a real picture like I wanted to. I'm so ashamed now. How can I fix this?
Okay,
What?
well, really? Okay, well, Tommy, listen to me.
This Terrell.
Ignorant mess he'll say. After I just heard this, what he said, is he in this here? He in to see here question too? What is he talking about? Dog, you had your chance but you jumped the gun. When you said, I'm excited at my desk, she said, show me. She wanted to keep it on that level of mystique. And you just went all
cute.
Yeah, you know, y'all was being cute. It was flirty. Now you just gonna send it, grab yourself and send a picture of this knot on your zipper and go send it to this
on
woman.
your job, right?
Dog,
right.
on your damn job, holding yourself. Dog, your young ass blew it. You blew it, dog. You
can't
jumped
fix
the
it.
gun. See, you did just like some of these R&B songs out now. Ain't no more innuendo, ain't no nothing, none of that. They singing right about it.
Yeah.
That's sometimes, man, you just gotta ease up on it, man.
Yeah, man. He blew that
You
one.
blew it now, dog. She don't
It's
want to have
over.
nothing to do with you.
Well,
Terrell.
coming up next, nephew Tommy's walk that prank back right after this.
Keep on here, little boy. Keep on.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, we back, everybody. Coming up at the top of the hour, we're going to have some entertainment news and some national news. But right now, nephew, what you got, man? Run that prank back.
My daddy's boat.
Say it again.
My daddy's boat.
Say it with feeling.
My daddy's boat.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
This boat.
My daddy's boat.
My daddy boat.
Don't mess with my daddy's boat. Let's go, cat dog. My daddy boat.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach a Mr. Wilson, please.
This is he.
Mr. Wilson, how are you today?
I'm doing fine. Who's this?
My name is Williams.
Oh, how may I help you?
Well, listen, we've been getting a few complaints, sir, about some things on your property there.
All right, well, who you with?
Actually, I'm with the Homeowners Association. Wanted to reach out and give you a call today.
Oh, well, how you doing?
Pretty good. Listen, got a few things I kind of want to discuss with you here that seem to be a problem that's taking place in the neighborhood there. It's been brought to our attention down here at headquarters that you have a few things on your property that are not functioning that really shouldn't be on the property. You have 2 cars supposedly in your driveway that are not being used, been sitting there for quite some time.
Yeah, one of them I'm currently working on. I should have it repaired. I'm just waiting to get a little extra money to get it taken care of. But the other car is just functioning. I just don't drive it. I have more than one car.
Okay. Now you also have a camper that seems to be has been there for at least 8 months now. That's sitting there. Is that correct as well?
Yeah. I'm working on getting some storage for that. But it ain't really been there 8 months. Just maybe around about 6, 7. Not 8 months. Not 8 months.
And I'm looking at our past records and stuff. It seems like there was a complaint before about the keeping the yard pretty cut and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm just looking at past complaints that I have here. Now, the biggest one that I have that's concerning your property, sir, is supposedly in your backyard. Now, there's you have an old boat that's in your backyard?
Yeah, but I don't see that boat bothering nobody.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a sore eye for the people. I think you guys' backyards actually bump up against each other, and you guys have a chain link fence between the two of you all. And I think the boat must be just a sore eye for the family that's behind you all.
Well, I don't see myself getting rid of that boat, so I got a cover on it. Everybody else got a boat. I don't see what the problem is. Well,
okay. Here's what's actually happening, Mr. Wilson. What's going to take place is this. Now, we're going to give you a 14-day extension.
14 days.
14 days actually to move the car that is not functioning, the camper as well, and definitely the boat. We're going to need those 3 items.
Look here, sir, I ain't got nowhere to move the boat. I just told you I was working on somewhere for storage. You know how much storage costs? Now the camper, I'll get that taken care of. But the boat, my daddy gave me, and my daddy gave me that. That's the only thing my daddy gave me before he died. Now I'm not moving that boat nowhere. The boat works just fine. If I take it down there to the water, it'll work.
Sir, and I understand it wholeheartedly. I'm just a messenger. I'm gonna have to get the non-functioning car that's not working properly. I'm going to have to get that out within the 2-week notice, as well as the camper and definitely the boat. Now, I got to get that out. It's got to be gone.
I'll tell you what, I ain't moving thing. I'll tell you now what you going to do?
Sir, you're going to either move the boat or I'm going to have somebody come over and haul all of these things away.
Well, I tell you what, I got 13 reasons why you won't come over and touch that boat, and I got 2 more. Well, 2 times 13 is 26. I got 13, and then I got another 26 added on to that. Why you won't bring damn over here to touch my daddy's boat? Because my daddy gave me that boat. I'll be damned if any of you. You know, I'm tired of you with me. It's that cross street, ain't it? Who reported me?
Sir, I'm not at liberty to give you the name who's reported.
Call my phone, so you're at liberty to give me something. Because I know that down the street had this boat in 8 months, and ain't nobody said a thing to him. So why the hell y'all me about how the boat in the backyard that my daddy gave me?
Sir, the language is not necessary. Sir, the bottom line is I want the camper out, I want the boat out, and I want the car that's not functioning moved within 2 weeks or I'm towing it out.
I tell you what, I give you a personal invitation to come over here with the boat, the camper, and the car. And I will beat your like that's what I'm going to beat you.
Sir, wow. I'm going to allow one car to stay. I just want to make sure that you know that I've given you the statement over the phone, letting you know that what has taken place here.
And the statement is well taken, but I ain't moving my daddy's boat.
You're going to move your dad's stinking boat if...
Bring your I told you. You bring well, don't bring the load, but you bring somebody.
Sir, trust me, if we come there, we're definitely going to be bringing authorities with us.
Well, I might well go to jail because I love my daddy. Ain't now one of you going to touch my daddy's boat. That's the only thing he left me.
I got one more thing I need to say to you, sir, about this situation. Excuse me?
What you got to say?
All I have to say is this. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your brother.
That boy got, man, I got my blood pressure up so now I got to pull up and take my blood pressure medicine.
All right, man. What your brother told me, he said, man, he be going at it with the homeowner association. He said, man, just call him and tell him he got to move all this stuff. He said, but most of all, tell him y'all gonna haul off that boat. He said, he'll kill you behind that doggone boat.
Yeah, man, that's my daddy's boat, but I love that boat, man. They know that. They know that. You know what button to push.
I got one more question for you, though, baby. Tell me this. What is the baddest radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
I need you to get that car out there that ain't running in that driveway. Okay? I need you to get that camp off from out of there. And that damn boat got to go, too.
Nah. But when you talked about that boat, Steve,
Tommy,
that was your part.
Tommy, that's what tipped your boy off.
The boat.
The boat. That was his daddy's boat.
Yeah.
My daddy left me that boat. That's the only thing my daddy
My daddy died. That's all my daddy left me. You don't know how much I love my daddy. I tell you what, I ain't getting rid of the car. I ain't getting rid of the camper. I damn sure ain't getting rid of the boat. Now what you gonna do now?
Yeah. My daddy's boat.
No, he was through with that.
He was through with that.
Now what you gonna do now?
White man down in the street had his boat in the yard 8 months. Ain't nobody say nothing.
Yeah.
Now it's a racial thing. Who called?
And why?
Who
why
called
you
you the white
these
lady
months?
across the street? Who called you the white lady across the street? I knew it.
I knew it. Because she a hater.
Oh, man.
That boy's
Negro can't have a boat. Damn.
Right. We can't have nothing.
Jay, when you start thinking about it, Jay, think about it. There's a lot of stuff in this yard. You got a camper.
There's a
You
lot
got a
of
car
stuff,
that don't
man.
work. You got a car that do work. You got a boat in the back. We don't even know if he didn't cut the yard. It probably ain't cut.
But he covered the boat. The boat was
Yeah.
covered.
He says covered. It ain't bothering nobody. So what we talking about?
Yeah. What are we talking about?
I'm calling from HOA headquarters.
Like
Man.
that commercial.
Man, my
Boat up
daddy
outta
boat. Don't talk to that boy about that boat. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have entertainment and national news right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Carla, so what's in entertainment news today?
Well, still in trending hairstyle news, you guys. Jay, Junior, Tommy, Steve, Tiffany Haddish, this week. Yeah, she cut all her hair off. Yeah, we talked about that. She addressed the mixed response to her decision to do the big chop. She cut off her locks and she, cut her hair real low. She shaved her head, and she did this on Instagram Live during the live stream. Tiffany said that, everybody was concerned, like, is she going through something? And she said she's not going through anything. If you missed it, take a listen.
There's something wrong with her. What's wrong with her mentally? She done lost it. Why, when a woman decides, hey, I'm going to cut this hair off because I want to see my scalp, she got to have a mental problem. Nothing is wrong with my brain, you guys. I'm not suffering from no emotional nothing. I literally been talking about this for years, how I want to see my scalp. I know every single part of my body. I know where every single mole is. Anybody that's ever done my hair has heard me say it. What up, Oscar? Hey, boo. Anybody that knows me knows I've been talking about this for a long time, okay?
So there you have it.
Okay, alrighty.
Yeah.
There you have
There
it.
you go. So Tiffany Haddish, her fans, were concerned that maybe she was having a Britney Spears breakdown. You remember when Britney Spears went through this? And hey, you know what? Let me just say this. As a sister, black women, our hair, it's a lot of work. It's hard work. So if going natural like that makes her happy, makes Tiffany
She
feel
cut
free.
it all off.
Yeah, if it makes her feel free, bravo to her. She ready. Go ahead, Tiffany, if that makes you
She
happy.
ready.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about cutting my mustache off.
Don't do
No, don't
that.
do that.
No,
Don't
hell
do
no,
that.
don't do that.
Well, y'all ain't saying nothing to Tiffany, so what y'all over here for?
She's a female. She's a woman.
Well, I'm a man. Oh, a man can't cut his hair off without him going through something?
Well,
don't
she
need
said she
that,
wasn't
though.
going through anything, but the guys, what do y'all think about Steve cutting off his mustache?
Hell no.
Man, go for it.
Hell no.
Nah.
No, dude.
It's gonna look like an ass with a nose on it. Don't you do that. Don't you do that.
It'll look worse than that.
It's too.
Okay.
I don't know what I'll look
I
like.
think we did that on the show one time where they did the Photoshopped or something like that.
Yeah,
no,
the
it didn't
computer
look cool
graphic.
at all.
Hey, bro, let
Yeah.
me tell you something.
Yeah.
I've seen mine photoshopped off.
Yeah.
Without the mustache. You've had the mustache for so long, Steve.
Wow. I look like a combination of Stephen A. Smith, Wayne Brady, and Terry Crews.
That's a mess.
Boy,
That's a
what I
hot
look
mess.
Like. That's what I look like. I take his mustache off.
Wow. Well, leave your mustache alone.
leave
and
your
again,
mustache alone.
high
Yeah,
five
man.
to Tiffany Haddish. If she's happy, she
I
ready.
mean, if that's what you
go,
want to
girl.
do.
Yeah.
Right. And
Man,
finally,
whatever floats your boat. I
yeah,
got
that's what I
problems of my
said.
own.
If, you're right. If she feels free, do your thing. Well, let me say this. And finally, in other news, prayer warriors, we have to say thank you for your healing of prayers of healing. Steve, according to ABC 13 News in Houston, Ricky Smiley's daughter, Erin, she's reported to say that she is happy to be alive and feeling okay after being shot over the weekend in Houston. Wow. Yeah, so prayers up still.
That's good.
Praying.
That's good.
Yeah, Houston police are still searching for the suspects who shot Erin, her boyfriend, and their other friends that were in the car with them this
hope they
past.
find this.
Sunday night. Justice needs to be served. Absolutely, Tom. Absolutely. Yeah, that's something right there. That's something you hope you never have to go through as a parent. Imagine anything like that. So.
Well, we praying for you, Rick. And we praying for you.
Yep.
We love you.
Yes,
man.
we are.
We really do, man. My dog. All right, Unc, time to catch up on national news.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Thank you, Steve. This is Ann Tripp with the news. The Supreme Court ruled yesterday that Donald Trump does not have any special presidential immunity from a New York grand jury's request for his tax returns and other personal records. Referring the matter back to the lower courts, though, the ruling also means then that it's not likely that the information will be publicly available before the November election, even though the president is still not a happy camper.
The rulings were basically starting all over again, sending everything back down to the lower courts, and you start all over again. And so from a certain point, I'm satisfied. From another point, I'm not satisfied because, frankly, this is a political witch hunt, the likes of which nobody's ever seen before. It's a pure witch hunt. It's a hoax.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says that even though the ruling doesn't deliver Trump's tax documents to the Congress before November, she says it does show that even his high court appointees agree that Trump is not above the law. The head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, get this, General Mark Milley, testified yesterday before the House Armed Services Committee about the state of the country.
COVID-19 pandemic has stressed our health system, our economy, and the social fabric of our communities. In addition, George Floyd's death amplified the pain, the frustration, and the fear that so many of our fellow Americans live with day in and day out. And I am personally outraged by George Floyd's brutal and senseless killing. The protests that have ensued not only speak to this injustice, but also to centuries of injustice towards black Americans.
The general added that the vast majority of the anti-brutality protests have been peaceful. He admits the U.S. military is still struggling to combat racism within its own ranks. But General Milley went even further. He publicly called the Confederacy an act of rebellion against the Union, against the Stars and Stripes, and against the U.S. Constitution. He wants to explore changing the names of the bases named after Confederate generals like Fort Bragg, Fort Hood. Los Angeles Sheriff's Office has ruled that the death of a 24-year-old black man named Robert Fuller was a suicide. Fuller was found hanging from a tree in an overwhelmingly white area, Palmdale. His family and the local NAACP don't agree with that assessment. A white California couple charged with a hate crime after they were seen on video trying to paint over a Black Lives Matter street sign that was in the city of Martinez. Nicole Anderson, David Nelson videotaped painting over the B and the L. A man wearing a Trump garb yelled as they walked away, "Make America Great Again." And I hope you're sitting down for this one. A Florida congressional candidate named K.W. Miller is claiming that Beyonce is only masquerading as a black woman. Miller, who is white, claims that Queen Bey is really an Italian woman named Anne Marie Lastrassi. So, Bey, what do you say about this? He must not know about her. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, J. Anthony Brown, what you got now, man? What did you thought about food?
Well, Steve Harvey, nephew Tommy Collins Jr., I'm going up into Madison Avenue. I know with the protests and stuff like that, we have got to change some things, you know. We're putting Black Lives Matter all on the streets and stuff like that, but we need to go into Madison Avenue and get some of these mascots and some of these spokespeople and change them around just a little bit. You know, like Burger King. The Burger King. We're going to keep the Burger King. We're just going to change his name to the Burger King, which is the way we say it anyway. He's the Burger King. So nobody lost their job. We just changed the name. He's the Burger King. Let's go to the Burger King. You have it your way. Wendy's. Now, we got a Wendy's. We've had a Wendy's for a long time. She ain't doing nothing. Her show kind of, you know, whatever. We're going to put a red wig on her. She going to be the new spokesperson for Wendy. Wendy Williams is the new spokesperson.
For Wendy's.
Now I got to go deep up into Madison Avenue because we had a lot of spokespeople and a lot of characters that have been lily white, and we got to change that.
Okay.
We got to change. The Aflac duck has been white for years.
Yeah.
Aflac.
Yeah, come on, boy.
Yeah.
Aflac. Daffy Duck is the blackest duck I know.
Cold,
What is he doing?
He ain't working.
He's looking for work.
Yeah, so, and we're going to change the name. I hope you just kind of bear with me. Ass Black. Say that. See how I flow with it? Ass Black. Ass Black. I got pictures that I'm going to put up on the website, Steve, so people can see. I'm going after the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Okay.
He's white. We're going to keep him white collar, but we're going to give him an afro, put a tam on him. We're going to change his name to Pillsbury. Don't call me boy.
Okay.
Pillsbury. Don't call me boy.
I like it.
Pillsbury. You like that?
Yes, I do. I
Don't
do.
call me boy.
You can still punch his belly and he'll give you that little laugh, but don't call me boy. We're not finished. We're going hard in the paint, Steve. The Michelin Man has been white for a long time.
Yeah.
We're going to darken him up. We're going to put some Timberlands on him.
Not
Timbs
Tim's.
on him. Yeah. And we're going to change his name to Michelin, my man. Michelin, my man.
Man, I got two I done just thought of.
I got one more.
Go ahead.
The Blue Bears, the Sherman Bears.
Yeah.
I've never seen a blue bear. I've never seen one.
Dog, Jay, I just wrote that. Come on,
these
boy.
black bears are in the woods waiting for work. They we gonna change these to black bears with a slogan, Steve. Black Bears Matter. Now this is the last one. Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese. We changing that to Chuck D. Cheese. Chuck D. Cheese. The slogan, check out the slogan. It's all about that cheddar. What?
Appreciate it, Jay. We gonna do all of these, man. I love it.
It's all about that cheddar, baby.
We'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this, man.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Hey, Carla, so there's some new news in the Breonna Taylor story?
Yes, the fight for justice continues for Breonna Taylor, and yesterday, newly released audio recordings showed that the Louisville cops involved in the police shooting death of Breonna Taylor realized that they messed up badly. The recordings revealed that a plainclothes officer went up to Breonna's boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, after the fatal shooting back on March 13th and told him that there had been a misunderstanding. Now, according to NBC News, Kenneth Walker was interviewed by the police and said, "Why did he say to me that there was a misunderstanding?" The sergeant told, it was a female sergeant, she told Kenneth, "I don't know," and that was news to me as well. Kenneth went on to say, "I'm not an idiot, and they did something wrong." Breonna's boyfriend, Kenneth, went on to say as well, when the no-knock warrant happened, he feared it was a push-in robbery that was going on, so he grabbed his licensed handgun and shot one of the plainclothes cops in the leg when they burst into the apartment. The officers fired back with 16 rounds, hitting Breonna Taylor with 8 bullets and killing her. One of the officers have been fired, but none of them have been charged, and we are still awaiting justice for Breonna Taylor. I just don't understand.
Well, once again, I'm going to say this, and I've said it 10 times. The only way we're going to be able to fix this, and I don't care what the president say, it's obvious to me he doesn't care. And he don't know more than me. I've learned that. I'm just as bright and really a lot more caring and understanding and aware than he is, and he holds the highest office in the land. The only thing I think of can stop this is that the police have to be held to the same law that they are paid an oath to uphold. You have to be held to the same law that you are charged with the duty to uphold.
Right. That's right, Steve.
If you kill an innocent armed person, you'll go to jail. We have to have mandatory police sentencing. It's period, man. They have to be held to the same law that they're sworn to uphold. How can you be sworn to uphold a law that you don't even have to hold your damn self?
Thank you.
You're here to serve and protect us from one another from getting killed, but you have the right to kill us. That's just bull crap, man. That's what this is. And this is mandatory sentencing. And if you are there, if you drive your boy to the bank and he get out and he robbed that bank, and in that bank he shoots somebody, you ain't even in there, and he get back and he get in your car,
that's right.
Both y'all asses going to jail for murder.
That's right, Steve.
Because you are an accomplice.
That's right.
That's the law. You can't argue yourself out of that.
Right.
So, whoever shot Breonna Taylor, all y'all was shooting. See, all y'all was shooting.
All
you got to do is get your firearm. You got to turn it in. You already know if they shot. They know who was shooting that night.
Yeah, they know.
Yes. Yeah, they
then
know.
okay, since you don't know who did it, everybody.
That's
so
right,
we can't charge nobody because we can't find out who did it. No, man. In real life civilian law, it don't matter if you went in the bank with your boy. Your ass drove the car. Your ass was with him, and you got to do the time. Right. That has to happen to the police, man, or else this ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
but I'm going to tell y'all something. We're going to vote in November. We're going to change something. I want everybody who's angry, everybody who's sick of this mess to turn out and vote.
Yeah.
You cannot have people of other races boycotting and marching for us, and we don't do our part.
Attorney General
got to vote.
And this Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron, who's an African American, Steve, says that this investigation takes time. That's what he keeps saying.
It always takes time when they kill a black person.
It always takes time.
Yeah,
it always takes time.
Kill a black person take plenty of time. Bet your ass. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to switch gears, man. We're gonna have a prank call for today coming up, man.
Bet your ass will be.
Right after
ask
this.
that black cop that killed that white lady in
man.
Minnesota. See how long it took his ass. He in prison today.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, everybody, coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after today's Strawberry Letter subject, I make her weak at the knees. We don't know what that's about. But first, nephew Tommy, what's today's prank, man?
Prank is you peed on my house.
Wait, what, nephew? What?
You peed on my house.
How do you know that?
Just stay with me. Stay with me. Let's go, cat dog. You peed on my house. Come on.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach Mr. I think that's the name.
Yeah, this is. What's this in regard to?
This is about an air conditioning unit. You did some work for us over on my house over off Street. Do you remember coming out there last week?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Right, it was a lady there, my wife. She let you in to come.
Right. Is there a problem? Is there a problem? The air's not cooling or what?
No. It's cooling. Everything. Matter of fact, I want to tell you that you did a good job. But I got a question for you now. When you was at the house and you was working on the air conditioner out there in the backyard, did you happen to go on the side of my house and pull out and use the bathroom right there on the side? Did you go over there and you do number one on the side of my house?
Say what?
Well, what I'm saying is that my wife tells me that when you were there, that you went on the side. She was looking out the window. She said that when you was there, that you and went and used the bathroom on the side of the house.
Hold. Wait a minute. I did what now to what?
Right. You and you did number one over on the side of the house. Now, is that something that you did?
Say, man, look, you got to understand something, man. All right, now I apologize if that did happen, but you got to understand something. You know, we down south, man, and you know we talking 85, 90, 95 degree weather, man. I got to stay hydrated. I got to drink a lot of fluids. So, you know, with me being the age that I am, I have to drink a lot of fluids and it tend to pass through. And once again, I said I apologize.
I understand all that, but you know what? I can't accept no apology like that when I got a man that's got on the side of my house and then
man, now I'm apologizing to you, and you coming off on me like that?
You done on the side of my house in front of my wife.
Now look here, young man. Now if your wife saw me, evidently she need to see some type of because you evidently ain't doing some. You
who the hell? Who you think you talking to?
Why is your wife watching me anyway do my work? Why is she that hard up that she got to look at the old man?
Look, all I know is I don't want no man at my house, in the house, side of the house, backyard, nothing.
Well, you should have been there.
Hey, look, man, let me tell you something, dog. Let me tell you something. I'm the only person at my house. You understand me?
Evidently you ain't right if she out there looking at me. Look here, son. I'm a professional, okay? I do my job, and I take my job with pride, okay? It's not being professional. If there's something that I did, that's that water running through me, all right?
Okay, now, but you don't at no other man's house, and you at my house, and my wife sitting there looking at you out the window. Now, I got a problem with that.
Well, what you need to have a problem with is your wife looking at me. If that's what I did, you know what? You need to be at home and give us something to look at other than looking at me.
You don't tell me what I need to do about my wife. Now, you don't go to another man.
Man, you know what? I'm about to lose it. All right? Now,
you're gonna make me lose it.
Let me get my let me get my book. That's all. Yeah, I got you right here.
You damn right. And I'm gonna you what?
Yeah.
That's
fine. I'm gonna show you what it is.
You don't at another man's house. You don't do that. And my wife looking out the window, and I bet you knew that them blinds was open.
Young man, nah, you getting me real upset with these accusations. All right, now look, you had what is street? Now, you
know where I'm at.
I will show you what the is.
I want you to bring your back over here on Phillips.
I know exactly what you said. You that youngster on that doggone street. I'm going to come over there, and I got something for you, youngster. I got something for you. Now,
who you think?
Made me disregard my professionalism, and I'm going to come show you what being is about.
Look, man, what you don't do is at another man's house, and that's what you did, and you know it ain't called for. Now, you could have held that.
I apologized, man. I had to go. I told you I drank a lot of fluids in this hot heat, man. Now, what else do you want me to do?
I want you to keep your fluid till you get to the service station down the street, but not in my backyard, side of the house, and my wife looking out the window.
Man, you and what you talking about. If I did, I apologize. If you can't accept it, then the hell with it.
Look at you're going to me off and make me do something up in here. I'm telling you now.
What you want to do, man? I done told you. I done apologized to you, and I will come over there and kick your okay?
No, you ain't. You'll do what? Let me tell you something.
Kick your young because judging from the age of your wife is young, and I know you're young. You can't deal with no old school. I'll kick your young
You're gonna get your whooped today. You hear me? You're gonna get. Let me tell you.
Street too. I'll come your young.
Let me tell you, I got one more thing to say to you. Is you listening to me?
Speak, damn it.
This is Nephew Tommy. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your boy named
Man, now you know what? I'm going to get with his He know I got heart palpitations, and I don't need this type of in my life, man.
He said, man, my boy be out there fixing air conditioners and heaters all day. He said, man, let me tell you something. He said he'd be frustrated to begin with. He said, but give him a call.
He know it, man, because I got 9 or 10 more I still got to do today.
Hey, man, you all right?
Man, yeah, I'm all right now, nephew. I'm all right now, nephew. Nephew Tommy, you and that Steve Harvey are some damn fools in the morning. I listen to y'all cats every morning, man. I don't know how in the hell. I sit back riding laughing. And how y'all get people, and y'all done got me with the same Oh, man. I enjoy y'all show, man. Y'all keep up the good doggone work.
I appreciate it, man. I got one more question to ask you, man. What is the baddest, I'm talking about the baddest radio show in the land?
Well, you know, the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Oh, you play too much.
That go out to all the AC workers out there, baby. All you AC workers. We appreciate y'all, man.
All the yard workers, man. They out there doing it, boy, in that heat, man.
Yeah.
Ooh, y'all, I was in that heat yesterday. Oh, my God.
What happened?
Yeah, tell us about it.
You all right?
No. Tell everybody what you did, Tommy. Go ahead.
I went running at the park yesterday.
What time?
I hadn't eaten anything.
What time?
And I only had a couple swigs of water.
What time?
12 noon.
Oh, my gosh.
I was in Texas, 100-degree heat.
And what was the heat index yesterday?
It was 108 index.
So you knew that.
So you took your 53-year-old
That ain't even walking
ass.
heat, Tommy. You don't even walk in that type.
No. He took his 53-year-old ass out there and started running. What, Tommy, what happened?
I got to about 1.5 miles running, and I said, okay, I ain't feeling right. And I stopped, so I started walking. So I walked about 1 mile. I got to the 2.5 mark, and some say, okay, you got to sit down now. And I sat down. I started getting dizzy, man. I leaned up against a tree. Yeah. And I said, I can't go no further, man. White folks passing by. You all right, buddy? I said, yeah.
Because this is what they do.
Yeah.
You didn't think nothing about it, Tom, when you was the only black person out there? You didn't think nothing wrong?
Yeah, because you don't look Ethiopian. So why is your ass out here high noon running? You ain't real skinny. You don't look Ethiopian at all.
I had to call my cousin, man. My cousin came.
Are you gonna go back tomorrow to finish the run?
No, Jay. We're gonna take a little break here, buddy.
And Tommy, I'm gonna tell you something else. I never told you this, but you shouldn't run a lot with a head your size.
What are you talking about? I ain't got no big ass head.
It's heavy. It's heavy.
What?
Shut up, Carla. My head ain't heavy.
Up next, strawberry letter.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, everyone, time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationship, dating, work, sex, parenting, or anything else you're going through, submit your Strawberry Letter to SteveHarveyFM.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. And since Unc don't do no introductions, it's on you, Unc.
Subject, I make her weak in the knees. Here we go. Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm a 30-year-old man. I'm 6 feet tall. I weigh 202 pounds. I work out, eat right, take care of myself. Well, in February, I met a beautiful woman that's a few months younger than I am. She's 5'6", and she weighs 330 pounds. I like what I like. And that happens to be big girls. She's big and soft in the right places. She's always fly and sexy. She's everything I look for in a woman. Smart, caring, intelligent, hardworking. There's one problem that I have with her, and it involves intimacy. I don't have a problem with her size, but it's a problem when we in the bedroom. See, I tend to get wild and crazy when we intimate. You know what I'm saying? But she can't handle it because her lower back starts hurting. Her knees cramp up or she gets a Charlie horse in her leg. She can't do but a few positions and then she started complaining. The other night I thought she was moaning because it was good to her, but then she yelled out that her knees was killing her and she made me stop. Well, the next day I invited her to come to the gym with me to do some squats to help her knees. I had no idea that this would offend her because she immediately thought I was complaining about her weight. I am serious about being with this woman, but she has to be able to please me in the bedroom. I would love for her to get in shape and maybe get some icy hot if it'll help her when we being intimate. She can't keep telling me no and stop it when I'm putting in work. The other big girls I've dated didn't have these problems. How can I get her in shape without offending her? Lord Jesus, help me, Father God. I don't know nothing I can say that's not going to be offensive.
Yes, you do.
Okay, I'm just telling y'all right now, I don't know anything I can say without somebody getting mad.
Think about it.
I'm just telling you right now. Okay, I'm going to think about it, but all mine is going to be in joke form. So I don't
lose the show.
He's
finna lose the show.
We're going off the cliff.
Here it comes.
He's going to, let's have faith. Let's have faith. But let me tell you my answer. Okay, so you are a 30-year-old man, 6 foot, 202 pounds. You work out all the time. You eat right. So far, so good. But you met a young lady who was 5'6", 330 pounds, who is smart, caring, hardworking, nice. But she can't handle your extracurricular activities. You tend to get wild and crazy when you all are intimate. Dude, what are you doing that's causing this woman for her back to hurt, her knees to buckle and catch Charlie horses? What is going on? She can't do but a few positions and then she starts complaining. What are you in there doing? What are you trying to do? You may be asking a little too much. You're doing way too much. This is definitely a problem. She's, this woman is basically crying for help. You need to compromise. She's a little shy about the gym, kind of like most people who don't frequent the gym, who don't work out a lot. So you need to talk this through. If you compromise with the bedroom activities, and maybe she can compromise with you going to the gym, but take it slow, take it easy. And if you keep this up, you're definitely going to be going your separate ways because it's too much. You're doing way too much. All right, Steve, you've had time.
Yeah. All right, before I answer this, I have a statement that I need to make. I began my career on October 8th, 1985 as a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Comedy is at the core of most of my money-making ventures. I've become a lot more serious as a motivator and a mentor, but the core of my gift lies in the gift of comedy. I cannot forsake who I am.
Be you.
I cannot
Shut up, Junior.
be something that I'm not. I've heard the letter and I've heard Carla's beautiful response.
Thank you.
My response will be nothing like that.
We want Steve.
What?
We want Steve.
Jay?
We want Steve.
All right. Tommy?
We want Steve, but we want to keep the show.
You got a disclaimer. Smart man.
Well, when we come back,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be what God made me to be.
Yes.
Now, I will also temper it with small doses of consideration, but very little. We go into commercial break.
Yes.
I have a few minutes to think about my response further, but I do not see it deviating much from what I've already grasped in this letter. We're going to start there. See y'all in a few minutes. Pray for me over the commercial break and see how God work with me when we come back.
Part 2 of Uncle Steve's response. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Unc, part 2, here it is. Come on, recap the letter for us.
Well, I ain't got to recap. I ain't started. Now, after this commercial break and giving it further thought, I'm right back where I was. So here I go. This is all comedy, y'all. Former kings of comedy. 6 specials. One of them in the theater. I'm is who I'm is. It's a 30-year-old man, 6 feet tall. He weighed 202. That's in shape. I'm 6'2", right around 230.
Okay, so he lean.
He nice. But he missing 2 inches, though. You know, I work out, I eat right, take care of myself. Met a beautiful woman a few months ago. A few months younger than I am. She's 5'6", and she's 330 pounds. I like what I like, and that happen to be big girls. I agree with you, too, dog. I like big girls, too. I'm fond. Some of my favorite women in this world have been of the larger proportions. And the first woman I fell in love with was large was my mama. Thank you, Jesus. Amen. So I got that. She's big and soft in the right places. She's always flying sexy. Oh, boy, I know what you're talking about. I done seen them out there. Some big girls know how to put it together, boy. So I'm clapping for you. But now let's get on to what's wrong. She's everything I look for in a woman. A lot of it. Everything you look for in a woman. She got it. Got it. Intelligent, caring, hardworking. Now here the problem is when y'all intimate. See, when you're in the bedroom, you tend to get wild and crazy when you intimate. Now let me explain something to you. You wild and crazy at 6 feet, 202. See, draw that. You 6 feet, 202. You are number 2 pencil going crazy. Everybody take a pencil in your hand and wiggle it, make it go crazy.
Yep.
But now who you dating is 5'6", 330.
That's a husky pencil.
Now, take a water balloon, hold it in your hand, and shake it crazy. It kind of go everywhere, don't it?
Yeah.
It's a different shaking the paper. Shake a pen in somebody's face. You can control it. You're going crazy. Yeah. Take a water balloon and shake it in front of somebody's face. It go all through your fingers. It get away from you. So now I'm just saying. Now listen. Now what I'm about to say, I could say. What I'm about to say, I'm just trying to help your knees. This all because this is the problem we have. She can't handle when you get wild and crazy. Because her knees cramp up. She get a Charlie horse in her leg. Everything happened to her is in the lower extremities. Charlie horses. Legs cramp up. Knees going bad. Because them legs, all day before y'all got intimate, been under pressure. It's He's been carrying this little car around all day. These legs. He's been dragging this 5'6", 330 pounds around all damn day. Now here you come, and you want to take one of them legs, and you want to lay it back to where? It don't go back there. You want her to do what? Crawl up on me on your knees. I've been on my damn feet all day. You ain't carrying this around, Mr. Gym Rat. Skinny ass been at the gym. Now you wants to take my ankle and touch my ear with it. Well, mine don't do that. I got a Charlie horse. You know what a Charlie horse is? That's a muscle screaming for help. That's a leg locking up before you take it too far. It collapses, it contracts, it shut it down. Because she all day. I'm just saying. But she's a beautiful girl. Now listen now. So here's what happened to her. Other night, she can't do but a few positions because she started complaining. Other night, I thought she was moaning because it was good to her, but she yelled, "My knees is killing me." Her knees, dog. So
what you doing to her?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said.
He doing to her?
Whatever size.
Because I'm telling you what he doing to her. Her knees, because he putting more weight. He putting his weight on her weight. She already 330. What you can't do is be putting your elbow on her back and all this. She already got 330 on. You can't put none of your 2 on top of the 3.
That's
5.
So we're at 5. We're at 5.
Hell, anybody knees gonna be hurting it. That's 500 pounds. That's a quarter of a ton. I'm just trying to tell you, that's why her knees hurt. She can't take this no more. You can wild and crazy ass. You can do all your wild positions. She don't do but the first position. All your positions got to be standing up. You can't add no weight on her. She can't be on her back with you. You got to be standing up, do all your crazy stuff. Or if you're going to do anything, just dive in and just roll off.
What?
You can't put no extra weight on this damn girl.
Post
Do
your
what,
comments on today's Strawberry Letter.
Dive in, get up on the dresser, dive in on it, hit it, and roll off.
At Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook. And don't forget to check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Coming up at 46 after the hour, trending political news. Black Lives Matter mural painted by New York City Mayor right in front of Trump Towers on 5th Avenue yesterday. We're going to talk about it. We'll be back.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Caller, the mayor of New York was out painting. He was painting?
Yes, he was.
The mayor painting.
Yes,
Mayor painting, baby.
New York's mayor, the mayor of the Big Apple, Bill de Blasio, along with other volunteers, painted the Yellow Street mural, Black Lives Matter, right in front of Trump Tower. Yes, yes.
But you know something, man? Did you hear what the president said?
What did he say, Steve?
He's the most disgusting. He said, all I did for him, I gave him ventilators.
Who, the mayor?
PPE supplies. Yeah. Oh, that's what he was saying. And then he gonna set up and write Black Lives Matter all down that beautiful street. I said, wow, man.
What?
He's the president. He said that. Yeah.
He said that.
He said it.
You are saying that you...
Why y'all shocked? I keep asking y'all, why y'all shocked?
Oh, I'm shocked, Tommy.
No,
I'm
Tommy.
not shocked by nothing Trump says or does.
Tommy and Junior, Tommy and Jay, I hear what y'all saying, but me and Carl on the same page. We have decided to continue to be shocked. Because what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to let this become the norm.
Exactly.
No, man. I'm going to keep being shocked when you do ignorant mess as the president of the United States. If you were some city councilman and said this, I wouldn't give a damn. But you're the president of the United States and you say this out loud, you tweet it, you get up in front of a podium and you say this stuff out loud. You know, man, I used to say that I don't think he knows he's racist. I used to say that about Trump because I think he grows in this circle of people and he don't know he's racist because this is how they really talk and think. Mm-hmm. But now he has become more. Since he got acquitted, he's even more than he was before.
From the impeachment.
He's blatantly racist.
Yeah, well, this is the only place he's shown. This is the only place he's shown love is to be racist, is to speak to that crowd because everybody else has moved on.
Yeah.
They're not following him, so he has to do that constantly.
You're right.
That feeds his ego.
You're right.
That's right, Jay.
That's all he has.
Yeah,
that's all he got.
And then quickly
that's
before
why
we
he
run out of time,
on doing those rallies and stuff.
Right.
That's right, because he will be in New Hampshire tomorrow, Saturday. He's having a campaign rally, Steve, and it will be held in an airport hangar. He's having this rally in New Hampshire. And then also, too,
What do he think that dome, that arc look makes the disease go up higher?
Why is he having rallies in the middle of a pandemic when over 34 states have rising
He don't give a
cases?
damn. He trying to get votes. He don't care how many of y'all die.
That's crazy. Well,
Y'all got to vote.
we got to do something about it. We got to get out and vote. We cannot let this man get another 4 years. No. Coming up at the top of the hour, man, we got some trending sports talks. Tiger Woods is back, and football, we're going to talk about the Redskins. All at the top of the hour. We'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, look, this is not sports. This is not sports news. This is just
What is
this is just things we heard in sports. We don't really have sports on, so we don't do
All right,
sports
so
talk.
go ahead.
Yeah. So first thing is Tiger's back. Tiger Woods is back. He will play at the PGA Tour's Memorial Tournament in Ohio. That's not this weekend, but next weekend. So Tiger's come back. He hadn't played since February. We need Tiger on this TV, man, because I don't know none of these people that's playing. I just know Tiger.
Yeah, I mean, Tiger's a great dog. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, you guys are golfers on this show, so you're excited about
No,
that?
no. We know how to play golf.
No, y'all not
We
golfers.
the best dressed.
I went too far.
Tiger is
We
a
the
golfer.
best
They know
dressed.
how to play. It's
Oh,
different.
I know all the rules.
Some
and
of us just
everything.
go out there.
And the gears fly, huh? Your golfing gear. Okay. All right.
So, yeah, man,
Good.
we're
I'm
so
glad
excited to
Tiger's
have Tiger back, man. It's going to be good to have Tiger on TV, man. It's going to be good. But do you guys have any suggestions on the new names for the Washington Redskins or the Cleveland Indians?
Oh, you
They
talking
gotta
about for the radio?
Yes,
No.
sir. Yeah.
I have nothing for the radio.
We had no names.
You have nothing.
No, I ain't got
But
nothing
off
for
the radio, you got plenty names,
Boy,
don't
I
you?
got some names for you, boy.
But not on the radio.
Nah.
Well, I'll tell you this. I see this article that's kind of trending. It says the Washington Warriors is emerging as the favorite name to replace the
I
Yeah,
like
I mean,
the
that's
Red
what I
Tails,
said.
though. They said the
How
Red
about,
Tails.
how about this? How about the Ben Chili Bowls? I like that. That's a
Ben
good
Chili Bowls.
Gotta
Now,
have
wait
a
a minute.
stomach for it.
Now, wait a minute, Steve. You did say this, though, the other day when we were talking off air. You said the Warriors, right? And
Yeah,
we
I said
it
the
was
Warriors.
NBA
How
team.
about the Washington Catfish?
That's too much. That's too north. If it was Mississippi, then
I mean, it don't strike no fear in nobody, though.
I ain't trying to.
You ain't just trying to get them a name.
Hey, what's that dance they do in DC? The music, the Washington
Go-Go?
Go-Go's.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
said that. I
Yeah,
said
the
that.
Washington Go-Go. You
So
said
now
that?
you gonna
Yeah.
run out as a damn disco dancer?
That's what
They gonna whip your ass.
We're going to be 0-16 every season.
Go your ass back home.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
you know,
I don't really have no suggestion. All I thought of was the Warriors, and that was for real before I heard it was trending.
Well, that's
You know.
big news then, Steve, because that is emerging as a favorite.
Yeah.
They say big name retailers like Amazon, Walmart, and Target, as well as Nike and Dick's Sporting Goods, those stores have removed the Redskins merchandise from their website. And
They need to change the name from Dick's Sporting Goods.
yeah,
I
it's
feel-
hard to go in
especially
there.
when you walk out with that bag. That is not a
Hard to
feeling.
go in there.
You can't answer your cell phone.
You
in
know, we
that.
sitting here talking about the Washington football team. I don't like going in
I don't
there
like
a
that
sporting
name.
store named
Well,
Dick's.
let me ask y'all this: should Cracker Barrel change their name?
No.
They got some
Why
good
not,
ass food
Jay?
in there.
Wait, what's...
Yeah, they got some good ass food in there.
They have the business.
You can
they don't
call
have
that
to
whatever.
have it. They get a pass.
Yeah,
Cracker
they get a
Barrel gets a pass.
Matter of fact,
They get a pass.
Hey man, let me tell you something. When I first got on the road, I was driving and I saw Cracker Barrel. I thought it was a mistake. I said, man, did I read that right? And it had that white person on there churning butter. I said, hold it.
Nah,
What's happening here?
No.
Do you know they still have restaurants in L.A. called Sambo's, upstate?
Really?
Yeah, they still have two.
Oh man, they got rid of all of that down south.
No, they changed the name to Peace and Love, but Sambo's is still on the menu. They still.
Oh man.
What?
Now, Bojangles isn't offensive, is it?
The chicken
place.
I know them biscuits is good.
Carolina.
Them biscuits is good.
That
I
sweet
didn't
tea
even
is
know.
off the chain.
Yeah. I don't know
don't
if it
touch
is.
that.
It's some stuff ain't getting touched. I don't give a damn how you feel about Popeye the Sailor Man. Popeye the chicken. if Popeyes had been eating the damn chicken instead of that punk ass spinach, Brutus never would have whooped his ass.
You didn't went deep with it.
Man, coming up, more music and trending topics and headlines on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. We'll be back in 20 minutes after the hour.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Okay, Carla. Michael Cohen. He going back?
Did you guys hear about this? So former Donald Trump lawyer and fixer, Michael Cohen, is headed back to prison. Cohen was taken into custody yesterday.
So stupid. This is stupid.
This is so crazy.
What happened?
Michael Cohen was taken into custody yesterday at a federal courthouse in New York City. He'd been ordered there to sign home confinement documents, including the wearing of an ankle monitor, but he reportedly refused to sign. The agreement also would have prohibited him from talking to the media or writing a book. So Cohen was released from prison early a few weeks ago due to coronavirus. He went back to prison.
So this guy's just in there right now looking up. I thought you just left here last week. Now, you just left here.
Yeah, but you know what?
He's on his way back, everybody. Clean out the cell.
If he didn't sign because it prohibited him from talking or writing a book. He done figured this out. I can go back because I'm going to make my living when I get out on this book. And if he come out now and sign that stuff right there, and you better believe Donald Trump's lawyers took that to the prosecutor and made that a part of the deal. I promise you they did, man.
Yeah, they did that.
I promise you they did that.
All right, everybody, more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show, trending news at 33 after the hour.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, J. Anthony Brown, what you got now, man? What did you thought about food?
Well, Steve Harvey, nephew Tommy Collins Jr., I'm going up into Madison Avenue. I know with the protests and stuff like that, we have got to change some things,
Okay.
Putting Black Lives Matter all on the streets and stuff like that, but we need to go into Madison Avenue and get some of these mascots and some of these spokespeople and change them around just a little bit. Okay. Like Burger King. We're going to keep the Burger King. We're just going to change his name to the Burger King, which is the way we say it anyway. He's the Burger King. So nobody lost their job. We just changed the name. He's the Burger King. Let's go to Burger King. You have it your way. Wendy's. Now, we got a Wendy's. We've had a Wendy's for a long time. She ain't doing nothing. Her show kind of, whatever. We're going to put a red wig on her. She going to be the new spokesperson for Wendy. Wendy Williams is the new spokesperson
for Wendy's.
Now I got to go deep up into Madison Avenue because we had a lot of spokespeople and a lot of characters that have been lily white, and we got to change that.
Okay.
We got to change. The Aflac duck has been white for years. Aflac.
Yeah, come on, boy.
Aflac. Daffy Duck is the blackest duck I know.
Cold,
what is he doing?
He ain't working.
He's looking for work.
Yeah, so, and we're going to change the name. Just kind of bear with me. Ass Black. Say that. See how with me? Ass Black. Ass Black. I got pictures that I'm going to put up on the website, Steve, so people can see. I'm going after the Pillsbury Doughboy. Okay. He's white. We're going to keep him white collar, but we're going to give him an afro, put a tam on him. We're going to change his name to Pillsbury. Don't call me boy.
Okay.
Pillsbury. Don't call me boy.
I like it.
Pillsbury. You like that?
Yes, I do.
Call me boy.
You can still punch his belly, and he'll give you that little laugh, but don't call me boy. We're not finished. We're going hard in the paint, Steve. The Michelin Man has been white for a long time.
Yeah.
We're going to darken him up. We're going to put some Timberlands on him.
Not
Timbs on him. Yeah, and we're gonna change his name to Michelin, my man. Michelin, Michelin, my man.
Man, I got two I just thought of.
I got one more.
Go ahead.
The blue bears, the Charmin bears.
Yeah.
I've never seen a blue bear. I've never seen one.
Dog, Jay, I just wrote that. Come on,
these
boy.
black bears are in the woods waiting for work. They out there. We gonna change these to black bears with a slogan, Steve. Black Bears Matter. Now, this is the last one. Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese. We changing that to Chuck D. Cheese. Chuck D. Cheese. The slogan, check out the slogan. It's all about that cheddar. What?
Coming up, it's our last break of the day.
Hey, Trump, look out the window. We got a painting we'd like you to see.
And Uncle Steve's closing remarks at 49 minutes after the hour.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Welcome back. It's our last break of the week, actually. Man.
Yeah.
Friday.
Baby.
Mm-hmm. Woo.
Hey, Junior.
What up, boy?
You got to remember this name because, you know, we like sports. Jamie Graham. Okay,
Jamie Graham. Okay.
Got that? What you think he play?
Jamie Graham.
Yeah.
Football.
Mm-hmm.
Number one cornhole player in the world.
Man,
what did I tell you? Carla, we were talking about this yesterday.
Yeah, me and Jay were talking about it.
I done bought the game.
Yeah.
You done got a cornhole?
Hey, man.
That's all I do in the backyard is throw them down.
Tommy, can I tell you something? I'll beat your ass, please.
I bet you can't, Steve.
You know what?
I bet you
can't. I will beat all of you.
Beat your ass.
I know the rules. 27 feet away. I got
that
you, man.
and horseshoes. Y'all don't even understand.
Steve, it's not gonna
I ain't good at horseshoes.
It's not going to happen. It's not.
Cornhole, I'm telling you right now, dog.
I got a question. Can y'all do
I
this
love
virtually and do it and beat each other or play virtually?
No. We got to put some mask on and just do it.
Yeah, we always.
Yeah. I want to see this.
But I want to see it.
Black mask cornhole something. Yeah,
Tournament.
competition.
In your backyard at your house. Yeah, so when you get your ass whooped, won't be no excuses. Because that little board is the same board that holds
everywhere.
The same and I need that same size
the
sack.
same distance. It's the
Tell
same
you right
distance.
now, dog, I ain't nothing to play with.
Man.
Oh, I want to see this. Get it together, guys.
You got the game
You know what I like about
Show
it, Steve? It's a trash talking sport too.
Dog.
It is, man.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
a trash talking sport. Oh yeah, you can talk trash.
I be watching the tournament though. I do watch the tournament.
Oh, they don't say nothing in the tournament.
No.
It drives
No, they're quiet. But in the backyard, when you playing somebody, man,
Backyard?
That's like watching axe throwing championships.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good too. I like that one.
But you know what I like about the cornhole though? I like after they throw the bean bag and then they take their Gatorade and take a squirt. Like they really did something.
Dog.
They athletes.
But dog, have you ever seen a dude having a bad day on TV? I be going, hey man, why are you throwing your bag today?
Oh, they spin that bag in their hand by 7 times, don't they? They looking down.
I done seen some bad boys. I done seen when they landed in it with just it ain't went in the hole yet, and then they last throw they dropped that one in the hole and the one they throwing. Them some bad boys, man.
Yeah, my husband.
You can do that
watching
on
this too. What's it
Dog.
called? Corn.
Tommy,
what?
I'm gonna just tell you
Cornhole?
right now. Okay. Hey dog, I surround the hole where you can't get yours in there unless you drop it straight in the bucket.
You ain't
and
that
then
good,
I come
dog.
through there and sweep them up. All right, I'm just telling you.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right, look, we gotta set
Get your
a
money
date.
out.
He said, put some on up.
Get your money out. I'll tell you right now. All right, let's go. Hey, y'all, listen, we talk about this, but every day I got to remind us how important we are as a people, how powerful we are, how highly sought after our vote is. Our vote is so valuable. They all know it, man. We can sway elections. Joe Biden's whole campaign was in trouble until he got to the Carolinas and Representative Claiborne got behind him and turned out the African-American vote and resurrected his entire campaign. And after that, it started sweeping. You are so powerful. I'm telling you, man, why do you think Donald Trump went out and hired these black people to run this campaign, and they came up with the slogan, "Stay woke." The problem is it didn't catch on because everybody woke up to what he was doing. It was COVID-19, it was the economy, and it's just crashing all around him. You know, the stock market has gone down, and he wants to take credit for it if it's up, but he don't want to share no blame when it's down. We have a man in the White House, and regardless as to what the 6 black people that they keep finding to go up there and tell him how great he was and he was better than Obama and you're technically our first black president, it just amazes me what people will say, man, for $1. We're not going to be swayed by none of that. Black Lives Matter does matter. And just the other day, when the mayor painted Black Lives Matter in the in front of Trump Towers, do you know that this president had the audacity to say, after all I did for him, I gave him ventilators, PPE supplies, and all of this here. I gave him everything, and he turns around and writes this Black Lives Matter all over this beautiful street. Like Black Lives Matter is some ugly, degrading thing, like it's defacing city property. This is the same president that puts out a tweet and then goes play golf, and the first word out of the man's mouth on the golf cart is white power. And then they try to catch him, but he's on the golf course, so for 3 hours it stays up. And then when they do catch him, he tries to disown himself and say he didn't hear the man say white power. It's the loudest thing on the damn tape. Everybody else heard it. Are we kidding, man? We cannot sit this election out. Black lives do matter. They really do. And we have to show him that it matters to us, that our lives are important to us. And we're going to vote, man. We're going to vote in Pennsylvania. We're going to vote in Michigan. We're going to vote in Wisconsin. We're going to turn out to vote in Georgia. We're going to sweep up all the Carolinas. We're going to show up at the polls in Florida. We're going to mess them up in Louisiana. We're going to blow their mind in Mississippi. Because Texas, these are red states. We going to show up, man. We got numbers in all these places. We're going to stop playing with this. Black Lives Matter. We're going to vote. We are getting ready to vote in November. There will be no more 4 more years of this. Not him. No, sir. No, sir.
Well said. Keep that
Look
morale
out the
up,
window,
baby.
You see what's coming. Look out
We
your
early
window.
voting too, baby. We going early.
Look out your window. You'll see what's coming.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.